Alright, so let's do a trade recap for our watch list this morning. One of the tickers that we traded was LYV, and that's the Live Nation Entertainment. So as you see, when we opened up, there was lots of buyers and sellers right here fighting back and forth with each other, and ultimately the buyers end up winning. So you could have got in at the high of this level, but according to our trading plan, we knew that it was a strong possibility that when we hit this moving average here, we would have a pullback. And so that's exactly what happened. We ended up having a pullback to the level of this moving average here. That's really, really strong. And usually we're either going to crack this level or we're going to bounce off of it. And we ended up bouncing off of it. So at that point, I was looking to see where my entry was going to be. And so you want to always get in at the next high of this candle here. That's where you always want to get in at. So I waited. I didn't get in here because this could easily come back down to the downside. So I was looking for the continuation, the trend continuation. So when you're looking for that, I'm looking at this candle here, and I'm gonna wait on it to break that candle in order to continue the trend. So as we broke that level, we ended up grinding up higher and higher and higher, and we ended up coming back, slightly pull back here, which is fine. Pullbacks are just fine. You got to expect that the market is going to have some corrections, but this thing was pretty strong, as you can see. As you see, we followed this moving average all the way up, grinded up. We never closed below it. Once we close below it, that's when I'm going to get out, or I'm going to pay attention to price action even more. But my trading plan was at the close of this moving average to get out. Simple as that. You can always get back in. You can always reset. There's no reason to stay in the trade that's not working with your plan. A lot of times traders end up getting burned because of that. Well, here I noticed that we started setting some resistance there at this level. Started paying attention to it very closely here, but as you can see, we never closed below the moving averages, never at any point. So we ended up cracking this level here, the resistance. So we shot up, but this moving average here is very, very strong. For all of you in chat room, you guys know exactly which moving averages these are, and I want to help everyone. So if you're not in the chat room and you want to know what these moving averages are, just email me. I don't mind giving you those moving averages. My email is going to be at the end of this video. So I ended up taking off half here and waiting to see what was going to happen. As you see, we had a little struggle right there, but we ended up closing above that moving average. We never broke this moving average there, so we ended up going above it. We had a pullback here. I had no concern at all. We never closed below it. Remember, guys, you got to expect pullbacks. The market's just not going to keep going and going and going and going. It has to correct itself at some point. So we ended up grinding higher and going here. But when we get to the whole dollar mark here, I noticed two things. Well, one, it hit my reversal scanner. So when it hit the reversal scanner, I knew that lots of traders were going to be watching this thing now because we were pretty much overextended at this point. So I watched it here, but I stuck to my plan. I didn't trade it because, I didn't end up selling it because at any point this could have hit the moving average, and it could have shot right back up. You just never know. Every day's different. Every stock is different. You can't expect every stock to do the exact same things. So you have to have a strategy. You have to have a plan. So my plan was to wait on it to close below this moving average. Once this closed below this moving average, that's a sign that we're getting some weakness and the sellers are taking over. So here we hit the moving average, we bounced up. Like I told you, this could have ended up going straight back up. You just never really know. So when I saw more weakness here forming and watching the level 2, I noticed that we started getting more weakness here. I watched here to see if we were gonna make that close below this candle here to let me know that there's gonna be a change in trend. Something that we'll be going over video for you guys that are not in the chat room. So this was a change in trend once we went below this candle. So I flipped my position, sold the rest of what I had going up. That was a 1.5. Excellent. I flipped my position because at that point I know we're going to be going short. I ended up getting filled at 43.72, and I took this down. As you see, we closed below that moving average, so I took this down, and the 43.72 was the close that I ended up getting filled at, this level here. Ended up trading this all the way down to this moving average, as you can see it here. It's the orange one, and that was my target. So I ended up trading it there and sold the rest of it, and then we came here. The market ended up closing. So that was an easy 2 points total, 1.5 going up, half point coming down. But you got to read the market. Understand that something that's going up doesn't always go up forever. At some point, you're going to have a correction. So you got to be looking out for that. Don't be greedy. Understand that you have to take what the market gives you. This was a simple trade. As you all know, I like to trade simple, keep everything simple, and simple works out for me. If you have any questions, anything about the moving averages or about the scanner, just email me, eric@selfmadetrading.com, or you can visit us at www.selfmadetrading.com. Understand that these are the trades that we look for every single day. If for some reason you didn't catch this going up on the upside, like most of the people in the chat room did, then you could always reverse this. It's a top reversal. I look for these every single day in the afternoon. Very simple.